But the bottles, hey, I still got the bug.
Today is an extremely sad day in the antique bottle community as well as the gold community. As of yesterday, Fred Hurt passed. A lot of you know Fred as Dakota Fred from the Gold Rush series that's on the Discovery Channel. He also played on Whitewater with his son Dustin. What a lot of you may not know who watch this channel is that I've talked with Fred quite a few times over the last couple of years and developed a relationship based upon antique bottles. Fred was an antique bottle collector long before he was a gold miner. So that is one of the things that connected us, as well as him just being a down-to-earth, genuine person. He's one of the toughest people that I ever knew or got to talk with. And in a lot of ways, he reminds me of my dad, and I'm sure he reminds a lot of you of your parents as well. They don't make them like they used to, and Fred was a good one. I hope y'all enjoy this interview that I was able to store. I've had this in the backlog for quite a while and haven't had time to edit it, and there was no better time than to do that now. I hope that a lot of you will leave positive comments below, as well as keep the family in your thoughts and prayers. Let's go ahead and get right to the interview. So Fred, to get started, what sparked your interest in antique bottles in the very beginning? I'm curious to know what got you into this hobby.
You know, it's strange. Before I got the bug many years ago when I was a young man, I was doing a lot of diving. Well, I was a commercial diver. And a friend of mine that went to Nigeria, and he was working for Baker Hughes Tool Company, and he said, Fred, he said, man, the rivers and the creeks around here, if you dive in it, they're full of old bottles everywhere. Most of what he was getting was the old Dutch squats and the Dutch. I can't even remember the names of some of the stuff now anymore. Anyway, the lot of Dutch squat bottles and newer stuff, of course. And gee whiz, I didn't catch on then.
Well, now that we know what got you into antique bottles, what kind of bottles did you like to collect? You know, were there particular cities or towns or types? What did you go after?
Well, we had a historic bottle collection, and down in south of New Orleans. We were only one of the two bottle collections in New Orleans at one time. When they were digging the second convention center for New Orleans, and a friend of mine that was running a backhoe in there, he said, Fred, man, we digging up all kind of bottles. He said they got people out there at the fence.
Wow.
Shoving money through the fence trying to get bottles to come in there to dig them up. And he wound up getting a whole pickup truck full of them. And it took me 2 years to buy them all from him, but I got them. But I collected for like old New Orleans, the old block top sodas, Civil War stuff, and even before that.
Wow.
But I collected everything.
So Fred, did you buy, sell, and trade?
We used to sell quite a few of them. I traded lots of them. When I bought the collection from that guy, I bet we had 30 or 40 straight-sided Cokes in that thing. All kinds of bottles. I wound up selling every one of them.
So while you were buying and trading, what was your limit? You know, what is the newest bottle that you would probably have in your collection?
That passed about 1950, unless it was Japan or something like that, something German, some of the more collectible stuff.
So Fred, I know we've spoken several times about an idea you have for a TV show. Would you mind sharing that with everyone? Because I think it's a pretty good idea.
Is a treasure hunting show, and one of them has got to do with bottles and everything, any fossils and shark teeth, whatever. It's a conglomerate of stuff. But we could certainly make a couple of episodes out of bottle collecting, because there are thousands of people and thousands that just find that interesting.
So Fred, who do you think the audience for this treasure hunting show would be? I'm sure you've got a little bit of insight considering you've been on Gold Rush for I don't know how many seasons now.
We got the old down and dirty guys that get out and don't mind doing some work.
Yep, you're blue collar folks. You can't beat them.
You got it. And there's a hell of a lot more of us.
Do you mind sharing with us one story about how you found an antique bottle or purchased one that you think is pretty crazy?
I had a little 10 or 12-year-old kid one time down in Lafitte, Louisiana. Fred, I got a bottle, some old bottle I want to show you. I said, okay. And okay, Coca-Cola or something like that. The guy brings me about an 1860 round bottom Irish bottle with a big clover leaf on it. I said, holy cow, I'd never seen a ship bottle or whatever they use. But they use those bottles for ballast in the bottom of ships.
Fred, that's an awesome story. That's so cool that he had one of those ballast bottles. You just never know what somebody has, like you said. With that being said, though, I do want to ask you, what are the chances of getting you to come to Alabama to dig with us? I know you're in the Northwest, so it's a bit of a trek, but we'd love to have you down here.
I've been mining for 17 years now. So I'd like to do something a little more. Hell, I'm not no spring chicken no more. So, although I still love getting out and doing stuff. Maybe one day we can get down or spend a few days down and go down and do a little filming with you or something like that even.
Well, so, I mean, even if you don't film, I'd still, if you pick up a plane ticket and you want to come find some bottles and see what we're about.
If I'm there, I'm going to be filming.
I understand. I understand that completely. So after being on Gold Rush for quite a while, I'm sure you're recognized everywhere you go. What's that like?
I just had a routine physical checkup in a doctor's office this morning. I came out as I walked in. I'm checking in, and this guy in a wheelchair and his wife, they're all excited to see me and everything. And I come out and man, I need to get a picture with you, man.
That's awesome.
And everybody in the waiting room is kind of grinning, and it's funny.
I bet you made their year stopping to take pictures with them. It's pretty cool whenever you have a television celebrity or a television personality stop and take the time to speak with you. And I know that it really shocked me when you reached out to me to talk about antique bottles. We thank you so much for this interview, Fred. It means a ton. We're going to share this with our YouTube channel eventually and on Facebook. So again, thank you for all of your time, and we hope to see you down here in Alabama digging for antique bottles with us here soon.
Ooh, I had to sneeze. Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You have a good day too, Brandon.
Bye-bye.
All right.
My thoughts and condolences are with Fred's wife and his family. I have a lot that I've learned through him through the years, watching him on television as well as through phone conversations. I'm sure quite a few of you have learned a lot from him. One of my takeaways from Fred is age is just a number. He dove in those frigid Alaska creeks and rivers all the way into his late 70s. His passion overcame every obstacle that was in his path, and I hope that I can model my life after that as well. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys in the next adventure.